Good morning, 6 o'clock here on this Monday morning, and a major cleanup is underway in Surrey this morning following a powerful rainstorm that blew through the region overnight. Heavy flooding is causing some major problems along 16th Avenue. A mudslide is blocked 16th between 172nd and 176th Streets. There are reports crews had to stop cleaning up overnight as it was just too dangerous to work in the dark and the heavy rain.
That was a stationary weather system that moved in towards us around Saturday night and just parked itself over the lower mainland on Sunday, mostly over some of those southern and eastern suburbs. Langley hit hard, White Rock hit hard, South Surrey as well. To give you an idea of how much rain fell, 83 millimeters in less than 24 hours. The all-time record for one day in the month of May is 44 millimeters. Not to mention the monthly average in White Rock is about 60 millimeters of rain, more than a month in less than a day.
A man is expected to appear in court today charged in connection with a homicide at a Richmond apartment building. A woman's body was discovered inside an apartment just before 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon in the 7,000 block of Granville Avenue near Gilbert Road. A man who knew the victim was taken into custody at the complex, and police say this is a possible case of domestic violence.
Because we're early in the investigation, the identity cannot be revealed at this point. The investigators are trying to locate the next of kin, and once the notification has been completed with the family members, we might be in a position to release the identity of the victim.
The sawmill at the center of last week's deadly workplace violence in Nanaimo is set to reopen tomorrow morning. Workers at the Western Forest Products Mill are being allowed to head back to work Tuesday. Their union says any members who are not ready to return will not be required to do so. Last week, a man opened fire at the job site, killing 2 sawmill employees and injuring 2 others. 47-year-old Kevin Douglas Addison is a former employee. He's charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and an additional 2 counts of attempted murder. Funeral services for the 2 men killed in the shootings will be held on Saturday. A man accused of attacking a tattoo shop owner in Vancouver has been granted bail, and the victim is terrified he will return. A security camera captured the assault back in March. The video shows a man kicking Jojo Geronimo to the ground. Byron Thomas Hobbs has been charged with assault, but he was granted bail last week. Now Geronimo is worried that he'll come back. Hobbs was released with conditions that include not having any contact with the shop's owner. A Vancouver landlord who was ordered to pay back more than $18,000 to former tenants is scheduled to appear in court today. George Walsey is the former owner of a downtown Eastside rooming house. He was ordered to compensate residents for allegedly providing unsafe and filthy living conditions. Walsey claims that he can't pay back his former tenants. An investigation is underway in Providence, Rhode Island after a horrifying scene for spectators at a circus act that was all caught on video. An apparatus that allows performers to dangle by their hair suddenly collapsed during a performance. 8 circus acrobats fell about 10 meters to the ground in front of around 4,000 people. 9 performers were seriously injured. Authorities are still trying to figure out what caused the support frame to collapse. The Oscar Pistorius murder trial has resumed in South Africa after a 2-week recess. The defense team called his 4th witness today in an attempt to rebuild the double amputee's case that he killed his girlfriend by mistake. Pistorius admits shooting and killing Reva Steenkamp, but says he mistook her for an intruder in the middle of the night. The defense team plans to continue presenting its case over the next 2 weeks. The judge will then collaborate with 2 experts before delivering a verdict. The president of Nigeria is vowing to seek the release of 276 girls kidnapped by Islamic extremists from a school in a northeastern village. The incident remains unconfirmed, but it's believed members of an Islamic terrorist network were behind the April 14th kidnappings. There are reports some of the girls have been forced into marriage with their abductors. Protests demanding action on the mass kidnapping have been held across Nigeria and also in cities like London, New York, and Washington, D.C. Well, if working with the Vancouver Canucks appeals to you, you might want to get your resume ready. Canucks Sports and Entertainment is holding a jobs fair from 1 until 7 o'clock today and tomorrow at Rogers Arena. It's to fill hundreds of positions for the 2014-2015 hockey season. The jobs posted online include sous chefs, supervisors, and managers, as well as hourly positions for bartenders, cooks, servers, and suite hosts. Have you filed your income tax yet? The deadline to do so is midnight tonight. The Canada Revenue Agency extended the April 30th deadline by 5 hours after the Heartbleed computer bug forced the agency to shut down part of its online system for 5 days. Those who owe money will face a 5% penalty for filing after tonight.